preparing some gifts, including me. For you I will live. Look at my gift and I wonder, will you accept it? I'm in need of your blessing. This is my expression.
What an awesome day it is. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to be glad and rejoice in it. Welcome to Faith Avenue right here, your celebrity with your brother Minster Cage. And today we are just here relaxing and chilling, even as we discuss, we get in the life of a powerful man of God. And this is no other than, he's done quite a lot of songs around and they are, making good rounds. Okay, this is no other than, Pjn Joshua. Welcome to your celebrate, my brother.
I'm so happy to be here, man.
You're looking good.
Yeah, June things. So you have to make,
you need to make sure you're protected.
Yeah.
Indeed. How's the family?
Family is fine. We just thank God. The Lord is faithful, especially in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially. What went wrong? What went wrong in 2017?
Pushing. So now it's like, there's time for planting and there's time for harvesting. So it's like 2018 is just a time.
We are now harvesting.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So tell me, today we just want to get in your life, to get to understand who, Pjn Joshua is. In a nutshell, who is Pjn Joshua?
In a nutshell, Pjn Joshua, starting with the name, it's an abbreviation for Pastor Joshua Njovu. So I'm not only a gospel artist, but I'm also a pastor.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love worship. I love worship a lot. If I do a kalindro or rumba, it's just that I just maybe need to get attached to a certain also audience.
Okay.
Yeah, but mostly I love worship.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me your background, as in who your father is, where you were born, where you grew up from.
Yeah, as my name Joshua Njovu, so I'm a Chipata person, but born and bred in Copperbelt. So
okay.
Nangufuma Senga Tumbuka, it's so hard. Okay. Yeah. So I'm the firstborn in a family of 4, and I went to Mkuba High School in Kitwe. And I was also, during that time, I was also a musical coordinator for Scripture Union, Kitwe District. Oh, great. But apart from that, I've grown and I've been groomed under Pentecost Holiness Church. Ah, wow. Even my singing has been groomed there. Okay, right. That's where it has grown, yeah. Yeah, I've got 1 sister with 3 brothers, and it's so good that the Lord is faithful. He has been faithful to us. So both my parents are alive and in Kitwe. Okay.
Which church do your parents go to?
They go to the same church.
Same church.
Yeah.
So even right now, you are still in Holiness?
Yes.
Which Holiness congregation?
I was in a congregation which is in Kitwe, but since I'm here, I'm not yet situated at one. I'm moving in all of them.
Different Holiness churches.
Yes.
Ah, okay, great.
So that we help each other.
But you need to have a home, don't you think so?
Yeah.
You need to have
a home is coming.
Otherwise, people refer to you as a street kid musician.
A nomad.
Okay.
Yeah. So the home is going to be there.
So can you promise the nation when you're going to settle in a certain church?
Maybe in August. When my birthday comes. Ah, great.
That's when your birthday. Okay, great. I see. Yeah. So now tell me, are you married?
Yes.
When did you get married?
In 2016.
2016?
Yeah.
So 2016, 2 years?
Yeah, we are new.
Okay.
We are new.
Indeed, you are new.
Yeah, and my sister got married in same year. Us, it was in March.
So it was a big year for for the Njovus.
Yeah, it was in December.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've seen the hand of God from my Bible school. So of course I went to Bible school in 2006 I graduated. I graduated from high school. Then 2007, 2008, 2010, that's when I went to Bible school. Okay. At BMW. It's under Teen Missions. It's in Indola. Okay. And there they don't mold or make ministers who are lazy. So they do both missionary and also Bible and theology. So when they're training you, they make sure they train you even work. Okay. Whereby you can even mold blocks. You can work in the farm. You learn how to build.
You become a carpenter.
Yeah, a carpenter.
A plumber.
Yeah, a plumber. All those.
All right.
Even if you didn't have a heart to work with orphans, you also get a chance to work with orphans.
Okay.
Yeah.
So great. Now tell me, which primary school were you at?
I was at Kitwe Basic School.
Tell me your greatest moment in your primary school
Yeah,
time.
my greatest moment in the primary school time is, first of all, I was a monitor. And one time when we had assembly, as we call it, in a war, I was privileged to do a poem. Because during the same time that I was always growing at church, I was into so much of memory verses and poems.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did a poem. It was a bit long, about 30 minutes. So everyone was just attentive and listening until I finished. I just saw that the headmaster was
So
emotional,
happy?
yeah, so
Okay.
happy and emotional, like wanted even like to cry.
Okay.
So that was a good one because our headmaster was so
Which year was that?
2005.
It's not that kind of poem. Eds,
No,
you have killed my mother.
No.
Thank you.
No, it was more like a poem of like a testimony.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've gone
Was
through,
it a personal testimony?
Yeah, we've gone through a lot. So
Okay.
as I was saying the testimony.
When you say we, what do you mean?
My family.
Okay.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot to reach where we are. It was so hard. Yeah. This poem involved a testimony that I love sharing, but it is so good because it encourages many. We had everything. My dad was a manager at a certain shop for an Indian person.
Okay.
So now you know how Indians are. They just reach the point where they say, we are closing and going back to India.
Oh, okay.
So at that time when he was working, and that was in 2005, the same period.
Okay.
And that's when we were preparing to write our exams.
Okay.
So he was a manager.
Grade 7, grade 12?
Grade 9.
Okay.
So he was a manager there, and we had everything. We had a house whereby all my brothers and each one of us had their own rooms. Yeah. So when the time now came that they were closing, it was so hard that we had to shift from that house, went to our own plot, but the house was not completed.
Okay.
It was just where it was reaching the lintel level,
Okay.
and it was rainy season. So it was so hard that rains could come on us whilst we are in there.
Okay.
And I could walk on foot. During that moment was now, after that year, I went to Mkuba now. That was in grade 10.
Okay.
So I could walk on foot from Kawama to Mkuba, and it's quite a distance. I can just say maybe from Kamwala South to 6 miles. That's how the distance
So now
is.
tell me, did you receive any prize for your, the poem?
No, I didn't receive any prize for the poem, but the encouragement that I received from my testimony is that during that moment, I still worshipped God. Even though I was walking on foot, even though I could see my friends, Balanchi, they remove 100 kwacha, they buy just food for lunch, but if finish maybe 2 days that were up. And at lunch hour, I remember I could go, before going for scripture union moment, and at lunch hour, I go and pray and just worship God. So mostly I like to encourage upcomings and those that are there to say, it's not about the circumstance that you are in right there, but if you continue worshiping God in faithfulness, it comes through.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes through for us. And the way I'm looking right now, you can't even see that. But
You look amazing. You look amazing, like
But
a doctor, a
Panshi.
professor.
And this moment when I'm called out maybe on stage at a conference or at a concert, no one can see or written there that but in the pansha, but they could stay days without eating.
Okay.
But I thank God because He's faithful, and that's why I love worship, because it encourages.
All right. PJ, right? Pjn Joshua, marvelous. We'll be right back.
You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, Yahweh. You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, yeah. Oh, Yahweh. Mwali baba wa misha tata. Mwali baba wa misha. Mwali baba pulamo. Mwali baba pulam. Oh, you are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous. marvelous Yahweh. Twakutatakula welesa, twakusumula, twakulumbanya, twamiyawila lesa, twamishinshimuna Yahweh, mwebe no mwela. Oh, you are excellent, Jesus. What you've done in my life is so excellent, Papa. You give me grace, you give me hope, you give me peace, yeah. How can I explain you, Jehovah? You are so excellent in my life, Yahweh. You give me grace, you give me hope, you give me peace, yeah. You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, Yahweh. Twakutatakula welesa, twakusumula, twakulumbanya, twamiyawila lesa, twamishinshimuna Yahweh, mwebe no mwela. You are marvelous, yeah. Mwali baba wa misha, mwampele nsansa, mwampela banani. You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, yeah. Mwali baba wa misha, mwampele nsansa, mwampela banani, mwampela nechupo. You are too much, yeah.
You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, yeah.
Twakusumula, twakulumbanya,
you are marvelous, yeah.
you are marvelous, Yahweh. Mwebe no mwela.
You are marvelous.
Nimweba marvelous God, tamwaba nakapatulula. Nimweba marvelous God, ngatwapepa mulasuka. Nimweba marvelous God, Tata Yahweh, Nimweba marvelous God, ngatwapepa mulasuka. Nimweba marvelous God, tamwaba nakapatulula. Nimweba marvelous God, Tata Yahweh, ati efyo mwachita fikulu, efyo mulechita fikalamba. Baigwe, efyo mwachita fikulu, efyo mulechita fikalamba. Baigwe, 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 Yahweh, baigwe, baigwe, baigwe. Kukabanga, konse twaya ifwe tusanga chini mwe igwe.
Kumasamba, kukabanga, konse twaya ifwe tusanga chini mwe igwe. Kumasamba, kukabanga, mumikoka koka mumatololo, konse twaya ifwe tusanga chini mwe igwe. Kumasamba, kukabanga, mumikoka koka mumatololo, konse twaya ifwe tusanga chini mwe igwe.
Oh Yahweh, Mesa wamba kanywe. Oh Yahweh, chimwito pakakala Yahweh. Mesa wamba ka, mwe fumu ya bulamba. Oh ni mwe
You are still watching Faith Avenue right here with your brother Minster Cage, and this is, your celebrity. We have people that we look up to, people that touch our spirit, our souls, even physically, in terms of ministry. And these are people that we bring right here to get to discuss their lives, to get into, their story. They share everything and just everything about them. And Marvelous, tell me, what is Marvelous about? What a powerful song.
Yeah, you are marvelous. It's a powerful song that encourages me as well. It has encouraged a lot of people.
Exactly, including me.
Yeah, but it has
You
encouraged
can
me a
imagine
lot.
me. You can imagine. You've reached to me. Huh?
I thank God. It's grace, even encouraging you as well. So it's a blessing. I'm just so happy because mostly there are times that words cannot we cannot manage to express the goodness of God. So that's the moment when we can just say, you are marvelous.
You are marvelous.
Yeah,
Tell me,
you are
what was
marvelous,
running in your
God.
mind?
You are a good God. You are an awesome God.
What sort of process did you undergo for you to come up with this song?
No, mostly when we are facing tragedy and when we're facing catastrophic issues, we feel like maybe the goodness of God has finished or God is no longer good. But just as we say in church, that God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. That is just His nature. God is always good. So when we are passing through hard times and maybe our plans are not working according to the way we think they should be, or maybe we face a disappointment, God is still a marvelous God. Maybe we are hurt and rejected, He is still a marvelous God. He's a marvelous God always. Yeah, that's why I like John 10:10, because John 10:10 says the devil comes only to kill, steal, and to destroy.
Now, I know you're a pastor, but I want you to be answering my questions. Run me through the process.
Yeah, that's the process.
I don't want you to start preaching here. I'll call you for that segment.
Yeah, that's the process. That's the process. So the devil comes only to steal, kill, and to destroy.
Were you
Meaning-
dejected at the point you were doing the song? Did you
Meaning,
feel
so
rejected?
this is the scripture. No, this is the scripture that is coming in. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Okay.
So, meaning the devil is always bad. His nature is bad.
The devil is bad all the time. Another time, the devil is bad.
The devil is bad all the time.
Okay.
But the nature of God is good. That's why He said, I came to give you life and life in abundance. So, there are times, like I said in the beginning, there are times when we are just surprised about what has happened. But no matter what happens, He's still a good God. So there are times that maybe we've written a plan and want it to succeed, but it doesn't work according to the way we've written. He's still a marvelous God. So even for me, when I was doing this, it was in a praying and fasting moment, and I said, Igwe, you are a marvelous God. You
So
are my
tell
king.
me, who produced you?
It's X-Blaster in Indola.
Okay.
Yeah, in Indola, X-Blaster. That's the one that we used. X-Blaster is with the producer Atson. Is a man behind most of the artists that we know. Ruben's album, Toliwe's wonderful album, Suna, DMK guys. He's done a lot of gospel.
Okay, great.
Music.
So now tell me, at what point did you think you should now get on a professional level in terms of gospel?
Yeah, in 2009 I did my first single, and it did so.
What prompted you to start gospel music?
Mostly, like I said, I was part of the worship team, and I'm still part of the worship team. And from there, I could encourage people in the audience in the church. So I thought, the way I'm worshiping like this, it would be good to maybe touch the
To
nation,
reach out to a
reach
lot
out
of people.
to everyone, to reach out to the world. So I tried to do my first single, and it was so good that
What was
when
the
I was
title?
working, Mwele Samoneni. So when I was doing some piecework, because by that time I just completed my high school. So when I was doing some piecework, some whites came from UK, and they loved the way the message was coming, even though the song the song was in Bemba, but they just loved the way it was coming out. They had to get that single and mixed it with some other singles that are done at that moment, and I touched at least part of UK, and they had to send money to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a good
They
thing.
send dollars to you.
Yeah, it was a good thing because it was encouraging out of just something small that I never thought it can work out, but it worked out, and other people were blessed. I was so happy. Then in 2012, after graduating from Bible school, that's when I came to Lusaka, I actually called Kings. By that time, ni Shwampera menu na Sarangana. So I called Kings and I said, I want to record from your studio. Then he said, okay, I'll give you the number for my producer. So he gave me the number for Kelvin. So I called Kelvin and we met. It was just the first time of meeting. We met and we did the first album, Ebenezer.
Okay.
And that one I featured in Christine.
Okay.
So it was so good that even when I was doing it, there was a certain time I was doing the same Ebenezer song. Christine and Papa Bruno were like in the booth there. As I was all recording, I was like, upcoming and these guys already there.
These experienced guys
What am I going
around.
to do? What am I going to do? So it was so good that after finishing doing the song, when I came out, they were like, small body but powerful voice. And I said, this is gold. I was so happy.
Okay.
So from there in 2013, that's when now we did Marvelous.
Okay.
The way you sing it now, the churches are singing it, it is a long time we did that one. Just 2013. So 2013, that's when I did Elevation. And that's when now I contacted DMK. They connected me to X Blaster Studios.
Okay.
That's why we did the Elevation project, where Marvelous song is. And from there, we started pushing it now in choir, churches, and I'm so happy that Nanguma Catholic, when it's maybe time for offering, they sing. UCZ churches, apostolic churches, most of the churches, they sing this, and I'm so happy. Now, this year, 2018, that's when now we've released Emmanuel.
Okay.
Emmanuel project. And before Emmanuel, I've also done, I can call it a DVD.
Okay.
So previously there was Elevation DVD. Yeah. So from that time, I've not released any until 2018 now. The Emmanuel project, which has helped me a lot because it has come out differently, and I can even see that now it's a mature project.
Okay.
Yeah, most of my friends like NG Exhorters, they are affirming to it to say, this is like your first project because most of the songs are so awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so touching and so good. Yeah, it is a 11 track album. And in this one, I just decided, let me feature a lot of people. Let me feature a lot of gospel artists.
Okay.
Because the reason is simple, because mostly we've got different giftings. And when we put anointings together, we can touch a lot of people. It's all about unity. And when we work together with a lot others, it's so good because we make sure that we touch a lot of people.
Okay.
And in my albums, mostly what I do, I mix. There may be a rumba track, and also maybe a Kalindura track, and also worship.
Which Kalindura track have you done so far?
In this one, we did the remix of Marvelous, the same Marvelous.
In Kalindura version?
Yeah. It was in a more of a Kalindura version, but this one, speed panono, and it's more danceable, and we featured Philemon in the remix one. We recorded at Rhythm City at Sheka Sheka. Okay. And the Emmanuel, just the title of the album, it features Kings. And we've got other tracks like the one that has featured.
Oh, okay, so tell me, what are some of the challenges that you faced when you just started gospel music?
Yeah, the challenges have been there. Connections, that's the first one. And I know this one is also the same one that other gospel upcoming artists face. Connections is so hard. If you're not connected to DJs and people like Minister Cage, like me, it is so hard. Okay. It's so hard because you can send a text or call. Mr. Cage, please, I need to come on your show. It was, okay, I've seen your message. But maybe it can be years and years and years for you to be called. But when you've gotten there, like, so the most important thing with connection is just patience. Okay. Yeah, as you are an upcoming artist, it's not good to rush. It's so good to take time. If you rush, you crash. Yeah, it's so good to take time. When you take time, you develop, and as you're developing, they are knowing you and they're inviting you, and it brings that connection also. So connections. And the second one is also finances, because in our time it's so hard. One song, that just the audio. Other studios are doing 600, like other studios are doing 800, like at Rhythm City it's 800 per track. That is just the audio. So it's so hard. You find that by the time you are finishing the whole album, you've put in a lot. A lot of money. Yeah, you've put in a lot. Yeah, and you can even make losses. Okay. Yeah, you can make losses. Yeah, kind of. So tell me,
Talking about losses, is a music business to you? Or ministry? Which is which?
I can say it's ministry first. The business aspect comes in only with the CDs. Yeah, only with the CDs because of what I've put in. The reason why I say this is because when I'm called maybe for a conference or a church, for me, I don't charge. I only ask for transport, and maybe they appreciate me if they want. So that's what I can say.
So this is your trend. Even if you reach an international level, you won't be charging people. Can you tell the world that you will never charge people?
No. If they appreciate me, yes.
No, I mean charging.
No.
Not a token of appreciation. That's a different thing.
Yes, I know. I know what you mean.
Yes.
So just transport and also appreciating. Yes.
No charges attached.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. We'll pick it on there. For now, let's take a break. Which song we're going to listen to?
For now, I want to give you Oswald with Luyando. I love this song. Enjoy.
Utamani Luyando lwanu galukalirira mu bumbi bwangu bumilero kumwandilela Utamani Luyando lwanu galukalirira mu jisi Yesu Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira mummi wangu nebo Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira mujisi Yesu sebo Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira muzambia Yesu sebo Kujisunga kumwajisunga kusasile chikondi chanu chinkalilile muziko latu kutilela kumwatilela ambuya Yesu kusasile chikondi chanu chinkalilile muzambia yatu Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira mubumbi bwangu nebo Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira mujisi Yesu sebo Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira muzambia Yesu sebo galukalirira gaga galukalirira mubumbi bwangu nebo galukalirira gaga twagomba galukalirira mujisi Yesu sebo galukalirira lumunolu galukalirira muzambia Yesu sebo Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira mubumbi bwangu nebo Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira mujisi Yesu sebo Luyando lulutamani Luyando lulutamani galukalirira muzambia Yesu sebo Hallelujah tuyandaluga mantano sebo tatuyandibulwana gamujati yanya nobasololi tuyandalu muno tuyandaluga mantano sebo tatuyandibulwana gamujati yanya nobasololi tuyandalu muno inonyiga wanga tupaleza tutasoli igutondegana minwe batumulemega mwamujirenga ndalomba uti luyando lukalirire ndalomba uti luyando lukalirire mu bummi bwangu galukalirira mu bummi bwangu nebo luyando luyando lulutamani luyando luyando lulutamani galukalirira galukalirira mu bummi bwangu nebo luyando luyando lulutamani luyando lulutamani galukalirira galukalirira mujisi Yesu swebo luyando luyando lulutamani luyando lulutamani galukalirira muzambia Yesu swebo. You are watching Kamne TV. It's not just another channel. Stay blessed.
All right, so you're still watching Faith Avenue right here with your brother Minster Cage, and that is a powerful song by Mr. Osod, Luyando. Love. It's Temwiko, right?
Temwiko.
It says Luyando Kalu Kalilila Mujisi Chesu Swebo. Let this love, this unit continue in our nation. Is such a powerful preacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me, we're talking about ministry and business. You said you don't charge people on your concerts and everything. So I asked a question. Are you telling us that you never charge people in your lifetime of ministry as a gospel artist?
Yeah, that's what I can say, because mostly I've heard moments whereby big artists who are there, whereby an upcoming is recording in the studio, and they ask them, would you like to feature me? They say, okay, find the 4,000 or find the 3,500.
So now, my question is,
business.
Why won't you be able to charge people?
For me, my principle is that as long as I'm able to manage.
To manage what?
To manage, maybe to manage to minister. Maybe at a function or so. Like, why should I go beyond, charge people beyond?
Now, if you're talking of beyond, then obviously there is an aspect of reasonable charge.
Mm-hmm.
Here we're talking about mere charge.
Mere charge. For me, no.
Nothing, not even a 2 kwacha, not even 5 kwacha. Let them come, get your ministry for free, right?
Yeah, as long as transport and token appreciation is in there. Meaning, so charging.
How do you determine the token of appreciation?
How do I determine the token of appreciation? How I determine that one is...
Who determines? Is it you or people that have invited you? For instance, I invite you to my church and I choose not to give you a token of appreciation. I just say, thank you, God bless you. Won't you be bitter, you know?
No, I won't be bitter.
Why?
Because before I come to a church, we have to agree.
Okay. Yeah. So what are the terms and conditions of inviting you to my church?
Transport.
I should provide?
Yeah, I should provide transport, and an envelope of a token of appreciation should be there.
Even a 5th kwacha?
Yeah, that's according to you.
Yes.
The way you've arranged it.
So with you, anything is okay?
Yeah.
Any amount of money is okay?
Yes, as long as you who's giving me, your conscience is clear as well. Because sometimes, you know, I'm also a pastor. So we see how the effort that someone has made and how they have worshipped. So if you choose to give me 100 kwacha,
listen, man of God.
If you choose to give me 100 kwacha and I go, I'll say,
listen,
okay.
man of God.
Yes, man of God.
I'm an event manager, right? And I know that you have a powerful ministry behind you, you know, that of music. Don't you think I can organize a powerful concert somewhere and then charge people, ask you to just come and minister, I pay you. Maybe I appreciate you with 5th kwacha. Don't you think people would take advantage of you?
I'm full, they can do that. And with the part of taking advantage of me, like I'm giving an example, you call me to that one, and you give me a 50 kwacha, and I've even seen how the arrangement was. I'm seeing the way it has happened and everything. The next time you call me, I'll say, no, man of God, for now, maybe I'm held up somewhere.
Yakaleka in drama.
Yes. So meaning I've learned you twice, man. Nice, but Minister KG, this event manager, is bad news. So meaning I've learned a lesson from there, and meaning I won't get my services on the other one.
Give me a clear-cut definition of ministry. What is ministry?
I'll put it in my own definition and the way I understand it.
Exactly.
Ministry, according to like gospel artists, it's touching the lives of people,
Serving people,
yeah,
right?
serving people, touching the lives of people, serving them, and making sure they hear the good news.
Now
Because
tell me,
that's what ministry is all
in
about.
business,
Business is making money.
making money.
Yeah,
Was Jesus a businessman or a minister?
I think he was a minister.
Don't you remember him saying, "I'm here in my father's business"?
Yeah, I'm doing my father's business.
So what's the difference?
The difference with that one, he was not. He didn't get charged. He was not paid. He was not paid, but he was doing it out of his free will, doing it for his father.
That's business. Business is just managing something. You are in
Okay.
business, managing something and making profit out of it. The profit that Jesus was making was bringing people to the Father's kingdom.
Yes,
That's business.
Yes, but
So those
in our
people
time, they can get that one twisted. In our time,
no, you need
business
to put it
is
into
all about
context.
money.
No,
In our time,
that's now out of context.
in our time, they just think about when you say business, it's just money. They'll say, for you to call me Ukoku conference, Kwabwe, prepare 2,500.
Okay.
On top of that, prepare 2,000 for my transport, and when the concert is finished, prepare. Now that is
Man of
taking
God,
it in
you
business.
just told me how expensive it is to get in an
a
audio studio
Yes.
to produce an audio. Then from there, the aspect of the video, there's also an aspect of branding. You as a minister of gospel, you need to have a manager, a personal manager, probably even a promoter. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So it's quite expensive. So if you say I won't be charging people, I think you're not doing good to yourself.
That's why, man of God, there is the aspect of CDs. I even told you, for me, where I get more of what I've spent in the
But no,
studio is from the CDs.
No,
Listen, I'm
yes.
going to a conference. I've not charged them.
Yes.
They've provided for me transport. They are also preparing a token of appreciation for me. And I go with
Kwacha.
and I go with 100 CDs from
Yes.
there. I go with 100 CDs there. And per CD, I'm selling it 100 kwacha.
What guarantee do you have that all your 100 CDs will be sold?
The guarantee that I have there is that mostly our music, I think earlier in the background we were talking about Kona and our song. So mostly, just as you've heard of the song, but looking for the CDs is so hard for people to find where the CDs are. So that mostly that is an opportunity for you, even for them. Face to face, and they hear your ministry so powerful. Definitely, they get the CDs.
Now, looking at our Zambian market, I've had on this platform different, gospel artists that have attested to me to say, in CDs there is no money. We make monies in shows. What do you make of that?
Yeah, it's their own way of
what
putting
marketing
it.
strategies?
I know there's piracy, and I know Sounds is doing so well with our CDs because they are selling my own as
Yes.
well, and Maswila Bookshop, they are doing
Okay.
so well. But for me, this is the guarantee that I have. Mostly, I make most of the monies that I've spent in the studio through conferences when I'm caught there. Yeah, so
You know the token of appreciation
adding
is
up
at
the
least
token of
thick.
adding up the token of appreciation plus the CDs. That's why I remove even most of my tithes, and I give and I say, glory be to God.
Okay.
God has remembered me. So
Okay.
it's their own view, and this is my view.
Okay, great. Wow. Okay, so now let's talk about the importance of networking. Of course, you spoke about the aspect of, as an upcoming artist, you want to relate probably to be in good books with almost everyone. Now, do you think the Zambian industry, the gospel industry rather, in terms of gospel artists, do you think there is that mutual understanding amongst the gospel artists?
I can say it's 50-50. There are others who are, I can use this word like selfish. who just think ineni
Nebo fe.
nene
Efwe wabako.
nene ofeneka palwandishi. But there are others who have got good hearts whereby they know that they will need help at some moment. So when an opportunity for them to help others comes, they help fast because they know that even them they will need help at a certain moment, or rather even them they've been helped as they were coming up. The Bible says what we sow is what we reap. So for others they don't know that scripture.
Okay.
They don't put it in context. So but it's just me. But Valabati, what you are sowing is what you are reaping. If you've got a good heart to most of other artists, even them, they are going to have a good heart for your ministry, and they are going to appreciate you as well. Yeah, the reason why I've got a good relationship with most of the gospel artists, because that's what I've been sowing. Even so, they've seen, because the Bible says, "Give and shall be given to you." Now it says, "Pressed down, shaken together, and running over." So if you share a good ministry, a good relationship, a good heart to others, when it comes back, it will be coming shaken together and running over.
Great. You reap what you sow. Pjn Joshua. Yesu tekeni. We'll be right back.
Ikileni tuamishishi muna mwezi. Ikileni Yesu. Omweba lingo kushishi muna. Omweba lingo kushishi muna. Twamishishi muna. Twamishishi muna. Mweba lingo kushishi muna. Omweba lingo kushishi muna. Twamishishi muna. Twamishishi muna. Yes, Jesus.
Mweba linga matotelo twamitotela bavintu mwajetamu mumu wetu hawa twamitotela.
Yes, Lord.
You are waiting twamishishi muna.
Thank you, Jesus. Yes, Lord. Come with man of God. Jesus.
Ukata na malu twapila kulimwe mwebene muchidambi mwebene makayawe apile mangene byumyulu atila mulima mushilo na ifwe pesode bashishimuda shidanye.
Tekeni mwema makayons tekeni lesa tekeni ha kalamu ya Yuda fumu ya shamfumu tekeni lesa tekeni chimba milomo kalamu ya Yuda imfumu ya shamfumu tekeni olesa tekeni mwelesa tekeni yawe kalamu ya Yuda fumu ya shamfumu tekeni kalamu ya Yuda
Simba milonga katantala pama bimbini we Shimwiriri shimukuta peta wani we Twaita twafweni esa twafweni we waendele pamechini we ukwabulo kwibila walipula moni we twafweni esa twafweni yeah.
You are still watching Faith Avenue right here with your brother Mr. Cage. I'm enjoying this one of segment. You know, even off cameras, the man is just awesome. So now, talking about Yes Taken, what are you talking about in this song?
This song was birthed, I can say, during our praying and fasting. Because for me, I don't start a year without praying and fasting.
How long do you fast?
40 days.
40 days.
Yeah, but breaking at 18. But okay, breaking great. At 18.
Yes.
Because of work and other stuff and moving up and down. So for Taken Yesu, when I was thinking of the song, actually the song itself came when I was called to minister at Healing Word Ministers Camnet. So before I was called on the podium, I was just outsider, just interceding and the like. Then the rhythm just came, and I was like, this is good, this is good. When I went in the studio at SSV, I thought, God help me, which other minister, worshippers can I put in this song? So I talked to Prince KD and Pastor Morris, and I'm glad they loved the song. And when they were singing as well, they sang with, they put their heart in the song. So as they put their heart in the song, even when you're just listening to the audio, na video tamlatamba, there's just that, you just feel that anointing to say, this is a powerful song. So when the song came out, it just did so well on social media, because we had to post it also in indimba.com. And before I continue, it's so good as artists and as ministers to put their music on YouTube and other networks, because through that West Advance, it's not, you shouldn't rely only Muma CDs. In the CDs, how are you going to encourage about US? But when you put on YouTube, it's so easy for them to just tell them, you may just search on Google, search Pjn Joshua, Malaya Sangama song. So it was so good when you put it on indimba.com and on YouTube. It was so good because it received a lot of good response. So when now we came to the video, the guys, the Exodus production, loved the song. I said, what concept do you have? Then I said, we need to put this concept whereby a couple, they love God, and the father and the son, they are going somewhere, maybe to minister. Hello, Agustin Tiachtika.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Bafua. Bafua. Then the woman, the mother should come back on the scene now to pray and make sure they raise. They say, attack. Yes, attack. So when they heard the concept, they were so much happy, such that they began to work. And when we began to shoot, and as we were shooting it, it was so good that at the instant, Papa started shooting the accident, people thought it was real. Abale pitana majinga could stand and and the woman prayed like for real, not the way because you know the song is long as well. So it was so hard to fix everything in there because we wanted it to be perfect. So she prayed and she was praying and crying
with passion.
And everyone was passing. And it was so touching, so such that even now, when you watch the video, you get that touch, that encouragement to say, and
now we need to run real quick. So tell me, how was the experience working with Pastor Morris and Prince KD?
They are good people. They are good people. They didn't say, give me this, no. Later to the emotion, no. And that is the trend with most of the things that are happening in Zambia. Most say, but for them, no. I can say the same, I can testify the same with most of the gospel artists that are featured in Emmanuel.
So now tell me, are you born again?
Yeah, I got born again in 2006, 5th December.
How did you know that you're born again? What happened?
Mostly, I grew up in the Christian family and Christian home. So I thought, this is how it is. But when a message was preached on that day, on 6th, it's 6th December, a man that was preaching Darlington, he preached a message called Cash, Christ assurance, salvation, and in holiness. That's Cash. So that's when I had to get the encouragement to say, so there should be even an assurance that,
you're saved.
Yeah, you are saved, and holiness also should be there. So this is what salvation is all about. From there, that's when I get to understand what being born again is all about. Is you have to give your life, your heart to Him, and accept that you are a sinner, and He came to die for you.
So, fast forward. Why did you go to the Bible school?
Fast forward. The reason why I went to Bible school is, at first, I can say it's a calling, but at first I was just saying,
What's a calling? Going to the Bible school or what?
No, a calling is not going to Bible school.
Okay.
A calling, you are called. Who are you?
Okay. Why did you go to the Bible college?
Why I went is I wanted now, like, to get the affirmation of my calling, like to get more. To learn more of what God
and how best you can minister,
and how best I can handle the word, how best I can help and touch the audience out there.
Other than being on stage ministering through music, do you also preach the gospel?
I do that, man of God.
Are you intending to have your own church?
Not now. I want first to get more learning. So as of now, I'm just trying to work to save under, because that's the mistake that is happening with our time. We got a lot of new upcoming ministers and could have a mistake because the others don't have mentors, others don't have spiritual parents that they look up to who may talk in their lives. So kudu and that's the mistake I don't want to make.
Who mentors you? Who's your spiritual father?
My spiritual father is Bishop Innocent Suramba.
Okay, where is he based?
In Copperbelt is a part of Pentecostal in his church.
How often do you see him? Or how often does he talk in your life?
Mostly we meet. We've been having moments when he comes to Lusaka. We meet maybe at the kids over lunch. We talk as father son, and apart from that, we talk through WhatsApp and like. But mostly, I go to his house when I visit Kitwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what should we expect from Pjn Joshua?
A lot. We're just planning to shoot Emmanuel with Kings. Yeah, it's going to come out soon. And also Philemon, we want to shoot You Are Marvelous. And Lesawa Malayo, Karen, featuring Karen and Suna. Lesawa Malayo is a good song. We want to feature
God of Promises.
Yeah, God of Promises. We want to also shoot that one as well. So those are some of the things. But before we go and anything, please give me a chance. I do an acapella.
Yeah, it's been an on-standing request. Which song are you going to?
I love
look in the camera and
I love doing
under 30 seconds.
Under 30 seconds.
Yes, great.
Mweva Shila, Mweva Shila, Mweva Shila, Ishigu Shonse. Oh, Vangeli kumulu bala mishinshimuna, batila wa mushilo Yehova wa milalo, na fwebo fweba na twa kunkula, tuleti mwalishila. We can go on, but in 30 seconds.
Beautiful, awesome voice. You have a powerful voice.
We thank God.
I could feel the spirit moving and touching my director.
We thank God.
Awesome. So tell me, you said you are, what tribe are you? What
Senga.
tribe are you?
Senga.
It's like you are trying to choose. How do you look at tribalism? Rather tribal cousinship?
Tribal cousinship. I think.
Is it something that you enjoy?
I enjoy it. Yeah, with the Bembas, Bembas.
But you are Bemba in all sense.
I'm Bemba in tongue, in talking, but I'm Senga by tribe. By blood, yeah, by blood.
I see. So I want you to just take 30 seconds. You look in the camera and say a prayer. You pray for my audience, especially those that are struggling as upcoming artists. You pray in Senga, since you're in Senga.
No, I won't manage Senga.
I've given you your own language.
No, I won't manage unless English or Bemba.
No, why English?
Or Bemba.
So you do it in Tumbuka then?
That is even harder.
Why? You said you know how to do it.
Mwaukauli.
Huh?
Mwaukauli.
Mwaukauli, that's now Mambo. Mwaukauli Ningo City. Okay, do it in let's try Tonga.
No, just Bemba.
You told me you're friends with Oswald.
Yes. Yeah, just Bemba. I can manage Bemba.
Only Bemba?
Yeah, only Bemba.
Don't you think you're disadvantaging yourself? How will you preach if you go to the Easterners or even to the Southerners?
That's why there is interpretation. How
often have people interpreted your
For me,
speech?
Yeah, mostly because I have moved a lot in Zambia and also outside. So I had an opportunity to sing in Namibia, South Africa, and talking in Zambia, Mazabuka, Chipata, Chila,
so all these people you are provided for, with interpreters?
Yes. And the good part is some of the provinces, some of the places that I've mentioned, there are some songs that I've done in their language. So it's so good.
How would you do the songs if you can't speak their language?
Learning a song. I write a song in English, then I translate it into their language and ministering it. But
right, so say a prayer in Bemba then.
Mbemba.
Who am I?
Shall we pray?
And a minute.
Shall we pray? Heavenly Father, we're so humbled for our day today. We thank you, Lord, for all the musicians and the gospel artists that are out there, the upcoming ones and those that are there. Twatotera pantu muli baluse muli bamakamu alitutemwa lekini mwelesa mutume umpashi wenu mwelesa wakosha nokoseresha mwelesa ababaleisa mbirira mwelesa lekini urusa lwenu lubekate mwaliranda mchebo chenu ko bati ichebo chenu mwelesa tachaka ye mwelesa ko aburo kufikirisha echo mwalaya lekini fifikirishwe efyo mwalaya mu myeo shabo na mu myeo Yesu twatote mwelesa na padi iyinshita twachikwata mwishina fira kwa Yesu Kristo amen.
Chitono shimachape.
Yeah. Kusa mkusta realize that mulandira tichibeni.
All right, so it's been awesome having you on this, show.
Yeah, I'm so humbled to be a man of God.
Great. We're looking forward to having you again. We'll give you a call.
We need to come.
This is your place, your home.
Yes, we need to come back.
All right, so this has been Faith Avenue with your brother right here in Minster Cage on Your Celebrity. Cheers to my director, won the seals, Mr. Virus, and our beautiful lady right there. I'll see you next time. We are out of this place.
Many came bearing some gifts, including me. For you I will live. Look at my gift and I wonder, will you accept it? I'm in need of your blessing. This is my expression.